Lesson 1. Vocal and Physical Performance Skills. Welcome to the first lesson on MATSEC SEC Theatre Fundamentals. Today, we are looking at vocal and physical performance skills. Let us start with the voice. To be understood, an actor needs good diction, which means clearly forming each sound so words are easy for the audience to understand. But being understood also requires projection. Projection is not about shouting, it is the controlled use of breath and resonance so your voice fills the performance space and remains audible. This is supported by diaphragmatic breathing, which underpins your projection and helps control the pace and rhythm of your speech. To bring a character to life, you will use voice modulation. Modulation means intentionally varying your pitch, pace, volume, and tone to communicate emotion. For instance, you might lower your volume for an intimate confession, using supported breath to remain audible without straining. Always remember vocal health. Warming up your voice, using supported breath, and resting when needed will help you avoid vocal strain. Moving on to the body, physical expression is just as important. Body language communicates meaning through gesture, posture, movement, and your physical relationships in space. If you are playing a shy character who suddenly becomes confident, you can show this emotional shift by altering your posture and gesture size. Facial expressions are vital because they communicate a wide range of emotions clearly. Good physical coordination ensures your timing and balance make actions appear purposeful and secure. Finally, be aware of your fellow actors. Avoid upstaging someone, which means drawing audience focus away from them, often by moving upstage so they are forced to turn away from the audience. Lesson 2. Analyzing Text and Character. In this lesson, we will focus on analyzing scripts and building characters. Every play relies on a plot, which is the arranged sequence of events and actions that make up the story. When you discuss the consequences of an action in a text, you develop a strong understanding of how cause and effect shape the plot, the setting, and the characters. As you read a script, you will encounter different types of speeches. A monologue is a speech delivered by one character, often at length, to other characters or to the audience. A soliloquy is slightly different because it involves a character speaking their inner thoughts aloud, usually alone on stage, rather than exchanging lines with others. To perform any text effectively, you must focus on memorization. Securing the lines so they can be recited accurately from memory frees you up to actually act, rather than just read. You must also pay close attention to stage directions. These notes guide movement, entrances, exits, stage business, and sometimes provide design notes for the performance. When building a detailed character interpretation, you should show the character's background, motivations, and emotions, demonstrating how these elements shape their behavior in the given circumstances. When analyzing character relationships, focus on how the character's intentions, emotions, and actions affect one another to drive the plot. Finally, when interpreting a character through body language alone, your strongest approach is to select postures, gestures, and movement qualities that clearly reveal the character's status, emotion, and intention in that specific situation. Lesson 3. Improvisation and Devising. Our final lesson covers improvisation and devising. Improvisation means performers create or respond spontaneously using agreed techniques and stimuli. Valid stimuli include a painting, newspaper article, piece of music, or literary text. A strong improvisation habit involves active listening, accepting and building on your partner's offers, and staying in the given circumstances. You might use techniques like hot seating, where an actor sits in role and answers questions as the character. Another technique is the freeze frame or tableau, which holds a still physical body position to capture a key moment, relationship, or emotion without continuous speech. Narration can also help by providing a storyteller voice to frame the action while others enact it. Keeping a record of your responses to these stimuli supports reflective practice over time. Devising a performance means your company creates original material from ideas, stimuli, and collaborative decisions. When selecting among devising ideas, prioritize those that fit performance structures and can be developed into workable material. A basic theatrical structure must include at least a clear beginning and ending. In devising, you might take on specific production roles like actor, stage manager, costume designer, props maker, or director. You will need to justify your devising choices using techniques and conventions studied in the course. Active listening in your group is critical because it helps you understand partners' suggestions so you can develop them together. Finally, if your devised Vicermealet explores challenging social or political issues, it should always be produced respectfully and in an aesthetically considered way.
Thanks for watching. For free practice questions, study guides, and flashcards, visit exampreprise.com. Good luck on your exam!